Right this second, as you're watching this, trillions of tiny little scribes are hard at work inside your body. What are they doing? They're copying pages from the master blueprint of your life, your DNA. This whole process is called transcription, and it's the absolutely vital first step that turns your genetic code into, well, you. So let's dive in and see how this actually works.
Okay, to really get this, let's start with a puzzle. Imagine you've got the master plans for a whole city locked away in some high-security vault. They can't ever leave. But the construction crews are miles away, ready to build. So, how do you get them the specific instructions for just one skyscraper without risking the master plan? Well, that's pretty much the exact problem your cells are solving every single second of your life.
And this isn't just some fun little riddle. This dilemma, this problem of location, is playing out inside every single one of your cells, right now as we speak.
So here's how it works. Inside your cell, the nucleus is basically the vault. It keeps the priceless master blueprint, your DNA, safe and sound. But all the action, all the building, happens outside on what we can call the factory floor, the cytoplasm. That's where all the protein-building machinery is. The DNA can't leave the vault, and the machines can't get in. So, how does the cell get around this huge logistical problem?
The solution that life came up with is, well, it's both incredibly simple and kind of brilliant. If you can't take the blueprint out of the vault, you just make a working copy.
And that copy is a fantastic molecule called RNA, or ribonucleic acid. Now, don't think of it like the permanent, precious DNA archive. Instead, picture RNA as a temporary, mobile photocopy. It's a disposable message specifically designed to carry the instructions for just one job from the vault out to the factory floor.
The official name for this whole copying process, it's called transcription, and it literally means to write across. The cell is taking the information written in the language of DNA and writing it into the slightly different, but totally readable, language of RNA.
Okay, so we know why we need a copy, but how does the cell actually make it? This is where the molecular machinery gets really, really cool. Let's take a look at the scribe at work.
The absolute star of this show is a molecular machine, an enzyme called RNA polymerase. Just think of it as the cell's master scribe. Its whole job is to find the right spot on the DNA, latch on, carefully unwind that famous double helix, read the genetic code, and then build a brand new matching RNA strand, one letter at a time. It's amazing.
We can break this whole complex process down into 3 main steps, kind of like a 3-act play. First up is initiation. That's when our scribe, RNA polymerase, finds the exact starting line of the gene it needs to copy. Then comes elongation. The scribe just chugs along the DNA strand, reading the code and writing out that RNA message. And finally, you have termination. The scribe hits a stop sign in the DNA, lets go of the brand new RNA copy, and pops off. Job done.
So that's how the copy gets made. But here's a twist. It turns out the cell doesn't just make one kind of copy. Just like a big construction project needs the main blueprints, but also supply orders and assembly instructions, the cell transcribes different kinds of RNA to manage the whole job of building proteins.
Let's stick with our factory metaphor, because it works perfectly here. The blueprint copy we've been talking about, that's called messenger RNA, or mRNA. Simple enough. But you also have something called transfer RNA, or tRNA, which acts like a fleet of delivery trucks, going and grabbing all the building blocks for the protein. And finally, there's ribosomal RNA, or rRNA, and this stuff actually forms the factory assembly line itself, the machine that puts it all together.
So knowing that, which of these do you think is the most common inside a cell? You'd probably guess it's the mRNA blueprints, right? But the reality is actually pretty surprising. A whopping 80% of all RNA in a cell is rRNA, the factory machinery itself. This just goes to show you that the cell invests heavily in its manufacturing capacity, keeping tons of these assembly lines ready to go at a moment's notice.
Okay, we've been deep in the weeds with the mechanics. Let's pull way, way back. Why does any of this tiny molecular stuff actually matter? Well, to put it simply, it's quite literally the engine of your life.
And the crucial thing to understand here is the mind-boggling scale. This is not a rare event. We're talking trillions upon trillions of these transcription events happening inside your body every single day. It is a relentless, non-stop factory of information transfer.
And all of that constant work has a real purpose. When you get a cut and it starts to heal, that's transcription making instructions for repair proteins. When you think a thought, Transcription is firing to build new connections in your brain. Digesting your lunch, fighting off a cold, every single thing your body does to keep you alive starts with this fundamental copying process.
You know, there's this quote that just nails the idea perfectly. DNA is the silent, static library of information. Proteins are the dynamic, living workers that do everything. Transcription is the vital, active bridge that connects the two. Without it, the blueprints would just sit in the vault, unread, forever.
Now, this process, happening trillions of times a day, is astonishingly precise, but it's not perfect. So we'll leave you with a really critical question. In a system this massive and this important, what happens when the scribe makes a typo? What are the consequences when there's a mistake in the copy of the blueprint of life itself?